Harvard's ties to the Chinese Communist Party are the latest in a series of headlines about China's influence operations on college campuses. NTD's Washington correspondent Jack Bradley has the details.
Harvard's in the spotlight, with the Trump administration working to cut the university's federal funding and revoke its ability to admit foreign students. That's as the administration is accusing Harvard of training a Chinese Communist Party paramilitary group that's sanctioned by the U.S.
And they've even facilitated a training for a paramilitary group affiliated with the CCP.
The group, called the Xinjiang Production and Construction Corps, is linked to the persecution of a religious minority group in China.
They've also allowed participation with Communist China, who considers the United States one of their greatest enemies.
NTD reached out to Harvard on this, but didn't hear back. For almost 30 years, Harvard's Kennedy School has been training top CCP officials. Last year, the CCP's ambassador was invited to speak at Harvard, and there was a student protest.
CFO, you come to paint the illusion of a prosperous China, but your hands are painted with blood.
That's when a male Chinese student dragged and pushed a female Taiwanese student protester out the hall as she called out the CCP's human rights abuses. She did not press charges, but Harvard police logged the incident as an assault. Lawmakers in Congress scrutinized the school for not taking disciplinary action against the student who put their hands on the Taiwanese student, saying Harvard instead apologized to the Chinese student who dragged the woman out. Another concern here is stolen intellectual property and the spread of Chinese Communist Party propaganda on college campuses. One such example is Confucius Institutes.
The CCP efforts to infiltrate America's universities are intended to manipulate curriculum, suppress academic freedom, and monitor Chinese students here in the United States.
Over the past few years, many colleges have closed and rebranded their Confucius Institutes after facing scrutiny over national security. But it extends further. A 2023 report by the New York-based Falun Dafa Information Center found that at least 10 top American universities use material for a Chinese language course that defames a persecuted spiritual group in China. This group is known as Falun Gong or Falun Dafa. It's a popular meditation practice based on truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance, but it's severely persecuted by the Chinese Communist Party. Across the country, over in Stanford University's own school newspaper accused the Chinese regime of inserting spies on campus, tasked with stealing the school's intellectual property, from the school's research projects to software and other technology.
The Chinese state that uses Chinese students and Chinese individuals inside the United States to violate conflicts of commitment, conflicts of interest, and do things and incentivize them to be able to come back and provide the kinds of technologies and things that they would be otherwise denied through export controls and other areas.
There's a Chinese national intelligence law from 2017 that requires all of its citizens to share intelligence with the CCP.
We found out that all these universities getting money from China, so China tried to influence or steal.
The university told NTD that they are working with federal law enforcement on this, and they also said it's important to distinguish the threats posed by the Chinese Communist Party and the Chinese people, faculty, and students who are really there to learn and contribute to their communities. Reporting from Washington, D.C., Jack Bradley, NTD News.